Hi, Bobbie.
Hey, Karin.
So what do you have planned for me?
I thought we would explore a wide leg forward bend.
Ooh, that sounds good. I love those.
All right. So how do you usually set up?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I would usually bring my legs out to about here. I would usually start probably with my hands behind me, at least until I feel kind of ready to move them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite you to work with some props so that we can go into a little bit of movement somatic exploration.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a zafu that's filled with air.
Okay.
There's like a little beach ball type of zafu inside of here. This is by Yoga Lifestyle.
Okay.
It's a great company. They put out these beautiful air-filled zafus.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you sit on that. Just come to a comfortable spot.
Okay.
Now what's great about this is that it gives you like a sense of buoyancy because of the air in there. Yeah.
That feels nice.
And how would you feel if I just supported your knees in this? You may not do this normally, but just for the
that's great.
exploration.
Okay.
So you're going to take these. You just want to make sure that this little pin is not by your skin.
Okay.
And you're going to take it to a comfortable place of a wide-legged. Yeah, you want to take it out to what's comfortable.
Okay, that's good.
Great, yeah. And then bring your hands back where they were. Does that feel comfortable since you're a little bit higher?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So what I'm going to invite you to do is see if you can just rotate your pelvis forward and rotate it back. And I want you to play in a really comfortable range.
Okay, so you're talking like my pubic bone going toward the floor.
Yep.
And then kind of lifting away from the floor.
Yep.
Okay.
So tailbone down.
Yep.
And then pubic bone down.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's like do you sense a feeling of like the pelvis is rotating over the top of your thigh bones? Can you feel that?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So how is that range for you?
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah. And is there anything else that you notice when you do it?
No, I mean, I feel like it's kind of nice to have the props underneath me because I have so much more kind of movement available, even under my knees, because my legs get to kind of roll back and forth, whereas normally they'd be pretty stuck to the ground.
Right, yeah. And I really like the way you're flexing and pointing your foot to give some movement to the ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then what I want you to work on or explore is see if you can take that movement up your spine so that it creates like a feeling of undulation.
Oh, okay.
So you're kind of climbing that movement up the spine.
Yep.
And so what happens is the vertebra get to slide and glide.
I might even lift my hands for that.
Ah, yeah. Give you a little more room.
Oh, yeah.
Your head's coming in there now. Yeah. And I can really see some of the upper back is starting to have that play. And how does that feel?
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah. And it really does give a sense of fluidity to the spine. And I don't know about your spine, but my spine loves to feel fluid.
Yeah. No, this feels really nice. It's amazing how it kind of takes a pose that you think about as being leg focused or hip focused. And now I almost feel like it's whole body focused.
Right, yeah, yeah. Beautiful. And now when you're ready, just come to a still point.
Okay.
And then you could stay on the props right now and try to just come into a more static forward bend where you're still rotating the pelvis forward, right? And it looks like you're keeping the feet nice and soft, so you're not energizing the legs right now. And you're just kind of seeing, like, where do I want to be? How does this feel? And in Soma Yoga, we do a lot of that. Like, how does it feel? Where do I want to be with what I'm being offered, right? A little different than just one option. And then you're energizing your feet a little bit to bring a little bit more energy into the legs.
Yeah, it feels really, it's just amazing how much access there is to the movement of my hips and my pelvis just by being up on that bolster.
Yeah.
Zafu.
Right.
Yeah,
And
it feels nice.
yeah, and now when you're ready, just take the props out.
Okay.
And you're going to come to, a without prop, wide-legged forward bend. And you're just going to see how that feels, just coming to that.
That feels so different. Just firmly grounded, super aware of my sitting bones and where they are, and even just the position of my pelvis in relation to the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because when the pelvis moves, right, you're reorganizing all of those tendons, muscles, ligaments in where the sit bones attach into the pelvis, where the femur bone attaches. So all of those soft tissue things, for lack of a better way to say it, is getting some movement.
Right.
And so then when you come to the ground, you have more available to you because you've stimulated.
Yeah, I feel like I can kind of access more movement than if I had just sat on the floor to start with.
Exactly. So that fluid exploration really does help. It's like a tissue preparation for then coming into something that's a little bit more still and held. Yeah?
Yeah, it's amazing how you can keep accessing that feeling of the kind of an undulation of your spine.
Right.
Even as you take all those props away.
Right. You know, Emily Conrad, the pioneer of Continuum, which is another body of work that we blend here, she always said that movement isn't something we do, it's what we are.
So true. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this with me.
Oh, thanks for being with me.